There comes a moment in almost every professional life when you realize something deeply uncomfortable. The hardest part of your job isn't the workload, the deadlines, or even the pressure. It's the people. Not difficult people, not demanding people, but people who speak loudly, think shallowly, and somehow manage to slow everything down while believing they are speeding it up. And the real dilemma isn't how to outsmart them. It's how to survive them without becoming someone you despise. Because reacting emotionally feels satisfying for 5 seconds, but reacting elegantly can change your entire career. You don't wake up one morning planning to lose your patience. It leaks out slowly. In meetings where logic is ignored. In emails where obvious points need to be explained 3 times. In decisions made with confidence but no understanding. And the most dangerous part isn't their ignorance, it's the temptation to let their behavior drag you down to their level. Because the moment you do, you stop being professional and start becoming part of the problem. This story is not about labeling people as stupid. It's about navigating environments where clarity is rare, ego is loud, and wisdom must be practiced quietly. The first time it happens, you laugh it off. Someone asks a question that was answered 5 minutes ago. Someone interrupts a discussion just to repeat what someone else said slightly louder, slightly wrong. You exchange a glance with a colleague. A silent agreement forms. Did that really just happen? You tell yourself it's fine. Everyone has off days. Everyone learns differently, but then it happens again, and again, and again. Meetings stretch longer than necessary because simple concepts need endless clarification. Projects stall because someone refuses to read instructions. Decisions are delayed because confidence replaces competence. And somehow, the people who contribute the least often speak the most. At first, your frustration is internal. You sigh quietly. You clench your jaw. You rewrite messages so they sound polite instead of honest. You explain things slowly, carefully, as if handling fragile glass. But over time, something changes. Your patience starts to feel expensive. Your energy drains faster. You go home exhausted, not from work, but from restraint. You start asking yourself questions that feel dangerous. Why do I care so much? Why am I the only one trying to fix this? Why do they get rewarded for noise while I get tired from thinking? And then comes the real conflict, the one nobody talks about openly. You want to correct them. You want to expose the flaw in their logic. You want to say, that makes no sense, and walk away. But you don't, because you know how offices work. You know how reputations are formed. You know that being right and being respected are not always the same thing. So you stay silent. Or worse, you become passive-aggressive. Your tone sharpens. Your emails become shorter. Your explanations become colder. You feel smarter but smaller. More correct but less dignified. And that's when you realize the problem isn't them anymore. It _ senior. It's what they're turning you into. The turning point doesn't come during a dramatic confrontation. It comes quietly, almost unnoticed. Maybe it's a meeting where someone confidently presents an idea that is clearly flawed. And instead of jumping in, you pause. You watch. You listen. You notice something important. They aren't trying to sabotage the work. They aren't even trying to be wrong. They're simply unaware of what they don't know. And suddenly, the emotional weight shifts. You realize that intelligence isn't the same as awareness. And ignorance isn't always arrogance, though it often looks like it. Some people operate on noise. Others operate on clarity. And expecting everyone to operate like you is the fastest path to constant disappointment. That's when elegance enters the room. Elegance is not silence. It's selectivity. Elegance is not tolerance. It's strategy. Elegance is understanding that correcting everyone is not your job, but protecting your own standards is. Instead of reacting, you start observing patterns. Who actually influences decisions? Who just talks? Who listens when facts are presented calmly? Who only listens to confidence? You stop arguing emotionally and start framing ideas neutrally. You replace "that's wrong" with "let's test that assumption." You replace "you don't understand" with "here's another angle that might help." Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You learn the power of questions. Calm questions. Precise questions. Questions that force clarity without accusation. What's the expected outcome? What data supports this? How does this align with our goal? And something unexpected happens. The room changes. Not everyone improves, but the dynamics do. The loudest voices begin to expose themselves without you pushing. The weak ideas collapse under their own weight, and you remain calm, centered, and professional. While others scramble to defend noise, you realize elegance is not about winning arguments. It's about never needing to fight them in the first place. Dealing with stupid people at work is not about proving your intelligence. That's the trap. The moment you try to prove you're smarter, you hand them control over your emotions. And once emotions lead, elegance leaves. The truth is uncomfortable but freeing. Not everyone at work needs to understand you. Not everyone deserves your energy. And not every mistake needs your correction. Elegance is knowing when to speak and when silence is the stronger move. It's choosing professionalism over pride, strategy over sarcasm, long-term respect over short-term satisfaction. Because careers aren't destroyed by ignorance, they're destroyed by reactions. When you stay composed, you become predictable in the best way, reliable, thoughtful, trustworthy. People may not always notice your intelligence immediately, but they will notice your consistency. And in professional environments, consistency builds authority faster than brilliance ever could. The truly intelligent person doesn't react to stupidity with anger, they navigate around it quietly, efficiently, and without losing themselves. So the next time you feel your patience slipping in a meeting, pause, ask yourself, is this moment worth my energy or my ego? Am I trying to correct someone or protect my own image? What would elegance look like right now? Choose responses that future you will respect. Choose clarity over conflict. Choose strategy over satisfaction. And remember, anyone can be loud, reactive, and right for a moment, but only a few can stay calm, graceful, and respected for years. Be one of them.